tables, guys. So now we are going to be understanding the starting level is like, let's go with the two or three tables. We combine two or three tables together. How it's going to be look like actually. Okay. So the major understanding of this is like when you connecting two tables here. So we got it here how to connect the two tables with all the joins, inner join, left join, right join, floater join, cross join, now all the joins, but on the perspective of everything. Okay. So now we just want to understand if you add one more table over there and how do you exactly go with the particular conditions with the two or three tables when you purchase when you are combining them. Okay. So you got the yesterday's one if I'm not wrong. So let me add one more table here. This is a sales table which we created yesterday and the purchase table which we created again. So let me go ahead and build the agent table. Okay. So create table. Okay, create table. So let me go with that agent. Create table agent. Okay. So if I come on this, now comes to the agent ID. Agent ID space integer. Agent name, or you can keep it as an agent. Yeah, by the way, you're saying something. Let's go with the data type is varchar 250. I don't think so. It's a name only, right? Agent manager. Okay. Agent manager. Again, a varchar. Okay. Now agent manager is, even that digits you should not be increasing more than 25, right? Let me create this table. I think it needs to be refreshed actually. Manager back there. Okay, there's no comma. This completed. Okay, so let me insert into the agent table. The same names it should be. The first one is, okay, the name is already existed the Ramana. The manager is Subhash. Let's go with the Subhash. Okay. And let's keep these things, but two things as a Subhash again. Here, if we come with as a Subhash, again it comes as a Subhash. Two managers we have. Rakesh. Okay. Here also again we have a Rakesh. Okay. So this is the version here. I get it here. And let me remove this amount. It's not required. Three columns, guys. I'm just updating the insert into statement so that I can add the data into this agent table. Okay. So hope everybody is aware of insert into the statement. Now if you get into this and just go ahead and execute it. Where it is failed, let's say this. Oh, sorry. You have to be everything need to be agent table. This execute it. 5 rows has been completed and let me run this. Yeah. Select start from agent table. Let me go with this and execute it. Okay, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I said two times we have done it. Okay, first time also we did it once, right? Well, that is correct. So that's the reason it has a two multiple records. That's fine. Right. Vardhan, Ajay, Mahesh. Correct. Now you can see you have a three tables with you. Okay, where you can join the three tables multiple ways and you can bring the data. Now what I want to write it, go for the sales table, combine the sales, bring the sales manager from the agent. Okay. We have three tables, guys. One is sales ID from the sales table, sales value from the sales table, purchase ID from the purchase table. Or okay, you can go with the purchase value directly. Purchase value from the purchase table and agent and manager from the agent table. These five columns are required. What are the columns is required? First one, let me copy one by one. The scenario is get the sales ID from the sales table. Okay. So you're going to be bring the sales table here and the sales value. Okay, is a one thing, and the purchase value from the different table, right? Purchase value. Again, the sorry, not agent ID, agent and manager. Okay. So now what I'm doing it here, select these all columns from which is the major column for us. Sales is the major column for us. For that, I'm taking is the alias S. So for sales columns alias, what I have tried S dot sales ID and again S dot okay purchase value. Now you have to join it. Go ahead and join the left join because we are taking everything from the sales table and combining the purchase table and combining the other table called agent. So let me go with the left join and give the sales table here. Sales, okay, on, and sorry, I have to do the purchases. Secondary table, right? Okay, purchases giving the P on S dot purchase ID equal to P dot purchase ID. This is matching, correct? S dot purchase ID, P, this is the one, and P dot purchase value. I just need to add the alias here. Whenever you're adding a new thing, you must have to add the alias in the select statement. This is the one thing. Again, I'm using the third table here. When you're using the third table, make sure that you're using second table or third table. You can use the both the things. Either you can use the purchase table to join it or use the sales table, but the relevant column should have to be there. Here, the relevant column for the agent ID, okay, is nowhere. I intentionally added here. There's a nowhere, correct? If you see, this is the one. In this one, you have an agent value, only agent. Here also you have an agent. There is a no agent ID. Usually agent ID will be our primary key, correct? But when you don't have an agent ID, that will be our concern. So what I'm doing, I'm connecting with the purchase or sales. Anything you can do it, but the column should be agent column. So A dot agent. I'm taking left join agent table space A on okay S dot agent equal to A dot agent. Right. So this is my criteria. When I wrote this and bring the data, sorry, it is the manager, you have only one column, still you have to use the alias here. Remember this. Okay, you must have to use the aliases. Otherwise, if you have a conflict, manager, if you're in the two places, for example, agent I have in three places, right? If I run this, no, previously there was a no alias for the manager, still it took the manager because there's only one column. Okay, let me run this again. So you can see this, there's a manager. If I remove this alias also, because there is no conflict, there is only one column related to the manager, it automatically picking that manager. But if I use this one as a aid without A, because there is a three columns in the three tables, and it asks you which agent you are looking into. There is a conflict related to that. So when you want to resolve that, you must have to ambiguous column agent. So we must have to provide it here. A dot. The alias must and should has to become. Now you can go with the where condition again. Where manager equal to Subhash. Subhash only, right? Yeah. Just don't want to correct the spelling. I can use the Subhash. I'm just getting the data that is related to the Subhash only. So if I use this one, the manager, oh sorry, spelling is wrong. My bad. Okay, this is the manager. The spelling is, yeah. So only the related to the four columns that is given by Swash. Now I can use the group by classes. I can use any other classes that is related to the same tables and same related stuff. Okay, the same
No,
related
there is
stuff which
no
you are.
purchase ID. There is
Come
no
again.
purchase ID from sales table.
There is a no purchase ID from the sale. It's up to me, right? Whether I just it's up to me whether I wanted to take it that columns or not. Okay.
Okay,
It's
okay.
not mandatory. You must have to take it. Remember this thing, guys.
Oh,
What is your
okay.
business requirement? What column? That's I told
Oh,
you, right? You can choose from
okay.
one by to one by columns. So say this is my related columns and this is my related columns. And this is my business requirement. It's not required to bring all the columns together. Okay.
Okay.
But remember, combined columns from the both end. So when you combining here, for example, I'm combining here. Where is that join statement here? Yeah. Purchase ID to purchase ID, I'm combining it. Doesn't mean that
Oh,
you must have to take in a second. No, it's not required. Combine it, you need those two statements. One second. So you must have to consider that purchase value list. Okay. So this
Okay,
is the one.
these two columns are similar. That's why you wrote it there, right?
These two columns are the related columns. The data is same
Okay.
in these two columns. Join it.
Sure.
So when you join, guys, it will look for the similar data. For example, purchase ID is one in the sales table. If the same
Okay.
one will be looking to the one of the purchase table ID as well. Okay. If one
Yeah.
is matched, then only it will be. If one is not there, then it won't bring any records from it. Okay. That's how
Okay.
you combine the two similar columns are the same used columns. Okay. This is how you use the
Okay.
multiple joins. You use the left join, use the right join, where conditions and all the conditional level aspects that you're going to be take care of that. Okay.
Okay.
Any questions on this case?
Now, when I run this, when I use this like purchase ID equal to purchase ID, so I
Mhm.
got like same. I got two columns, purchase ID
Mhm.
and purchase ID, like from
Mhm.
two tables. But
So
when you run
when
this, it couldn't come.
how come? Please share your screen. Let me see.
Wait, I need to open. You can start. I will show you.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Please come
Yeah.
back whenever you have that query. That will run.
Yeah.
There's no question that is not running. Okay, there is a
Okay. Okay.
combination of these two things whenever you run it and whenever you want to particularly go for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
this is
Okay.
all about that. Okay, so this is
Yeah.
guys like if you want to go with the multiple tables and multiple conditions with the CPEs and multiple conditions with the other conditional levels, then you can do certain levels of aspects. Okay, so this is the one thing that you want to do. You want to bring it up. Right. One second, guys. Let me look at some more other comments. Give me a minute, please. Sorry guys, just got an expected call. Yeah. So any questions as of now, just before we go to the another topic?
No.
Harika, Madhava, Yadu.
No.
ఇది 100 రూపాయలు మీకు ఫోన్ పే ద్వారా వచ్చాయి. థ్యాంక్ యూ బాస్.
Okay, so let's go to the CT statement, guys. CT is the one thing. Okay. Yes, I'm Madhava. Hello.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So just wanted to give a context of the CT enough. CT we call it as a common table expression. Okay. Just giving common table expression. Right. So how this is exactly works and what is this exactly that with condition we are going to be right as something that we are going to be writing, right? For example, you have this value agent as Ramana, Vardhan, Ajay. Okay, manager as Subhas. That's it. You don't want to show the same data. Okay, you wanted to show a replicate data or the similar kind of manipulated data there. So it means that if Ramana is there, show me agent number one. Vardhan is there, agent number two. Ajay is there, agent number three, because I don't want to show my sophisticated data. For example, this is when it happens, right? Your Aadhaar card number, it will go to the last 4 digits only. So what it will do? Give entire spaces as a AX and last 4 digits show that. So that there we exactly use this. Okay, CTE statement. Okay, so whenever you try to as a this thing and whenever you try to any of the statement as a CTE statements, you need to use start with the statement, then give it the particular things. Or whenever you want to build a with the statement, build a CTE statement. Okay, there's a basic CTE. Whenever you build any kind of a basic CTE, you can go with the main number of CTEs and then statement, where statement. I just wanted to give one small context for you. Okay, I wanted to go with the sales value. Okay, sales ID, sales value, sales ID, and agent, where agent is only Ramana. I don't want to push any of other data. Anyone has to see only agent Ramana whenever you select it. That with the statement only, you have to write a query. For example, what I have to do, I have to push data from one table to the other table. But when you join the data, right? For example, you are joining these two table guys, purchase your okay, joining purchase table, purchase ID from sales table and purchase ID from purchase table. What it means, whatever the data, entire data in this particular table, you are going to be joining it. But I want to restrict it. I don't want to join this entire purchase data. The data which is coming to the picture, this is purchase, this is what exactly is coming to the picture. Okay. So if it is comes to here, right? Let me go for the city statement. I'm going with the biggest statement with I'm giving reduce the data or simplifying data. Okay. I just name guys simplifying data. You can use any of your name as okay. Open the bracket. Simplifying data as open the bracket. Let me write a select star from R. Select only. For example, this query you have sales value, sales ID, right? I'm taking only sales ID, sales value, comma agent from sales table where I'm writing it. Where okay, agent. Okay, I'm just simplifying it. And this is only my with query. This is not my select statement, guys. This is a with query. What I'm doing, I'm just restricting the data till here. Then I'm writing my select statement. Select star from. This is my next select statement ID, simplifying data. Whatever data you're restricting, you're only running this data. Let's try this. You can see this. Only agent is coming. You may have n number of things here. Okay, you may have generated 2 joins, 3 joins, 4 joins. What you have to do with the simplifying data, you have to you don't want to run anything. Okay, whatever this with the data, whatever you're creating with the common table expression, you are inserting the data. Okay, that data whenever this is kind of a normalizing data, it's not like permanent data for you. This normalizing data, whenever you require, you can use it like a variable. Okay, whenever you want to, you can use it. Whenever you don't want to, you can remove that. So this is temporary purposes. We are creating this with a statement. Now what I'm doing, this is my simplifying data, correct? Now join simplifying data, I'm giving only yes. Now use the left join. Okay. Likewise, you can use n number of joins here. Left join with the purchase table. Okay, left and purchase table on. Okay, so this is yes dot agent equal to p dot agent. Now what happening right? This is not connecting with the sales data, guys. This is connecting with the simplified data. Whenever you run this select query, what it is doing, this is coming with the, you can see this. I'm taking star, everything is coming from Ramana only because I'm simplifying here. I'm not going for the all the conditions. If you have a health data, you want to distinguish a certain particular data and coming this particular data to the particular scenario, that will come to that particular scenario only. Okay? It's not more than that particular scenarios. So that is a simplifying data for you. Any questions on the CTE statement, please?
No.
Madhava?
No. No.
No.
That's good. Right, this is the CTE statement for you, and this is the this one. And store procedures, we have go with the store procedures and dummy tables for tomorrow, basically. But any questions on this? I think you might get questions here when you are running it. But if you don't have any questions, that's very, very good. Even on the these levels also, you don't have any question, right? Okay, so let me go ahead and discuss on the indexes. The new topic is that indexes. Okay. I just want to give the index context, guys. People call this the clustered index. There's a differentiations are there. Okay, two things are very. One is the clustered index is a one thing, non. Sorry for the distance, guys. 1 second. Yeah. So one thing is a clustered index. Second one is a non-clustered index, guys. Okay. So clustered index is referring, and what non-clustered index referring? Two things you have. Indexes are two types in a simple terminology. One is a clustered index. One is a clustered index. Second one is a non-clustered index. One is a clustered index. Second one is a non-clustered index. This is the two things you have. So just remind you one more thing. Right? So what is a clustered index? What is a non-clustered index? The index, I'm telling you what is exactly the index first. Let me go with the index. The index is a SQL object, like table, like store procedure, like view. It's an object that improves the speed of the query. Whenever I run this query, right? For example, if you don't have indexes, it will take at least 5 seconds. If you have indexes, it will take only 1 second. Remember that. If one query is taking 1 minute to run, if you use the indexes, it will take only 10 to 15 seconds. That is the power of index. So why we using that is it improves the speed of the data retrieval operation on the table. Okay, indexes are created on the columns. For example, you have this sales ID is a one column. I'm just wanted to make my sales ID as an index. Okay, so that is an index column. That's an index column that allows the database engine to find without scanning entire table. First, if you have index, but you don't need to. Usually what happens when I ask for this, run to this statement, okay? Whenever running this statement, remember this. First you do, go to the tables. How many tables are there? What this system do I'm telling? How many systems are there? Okay, how many tables are there? Sales is a one table, purchase is a one table. Okay, these two tables it has to scan. After scanning this, whether these columns is given in the query, whether these are available or not. This is the secondary criteria. The system has to cross check whether sales ID is available or not, whether sales value is available or not. Okay, that is a scanning it to the tables. But if you give the index IDs here, we don't need to scan it because the index ID itself create one invariability in the system that's automatically bring all the column schema in one area. That is the power of index. Okay, so in simple terminology, to speed the performance of the query, we use the indexes overall. Okay, so this much like a indexes in the book. If you open any book, right? So in the initial page, it will be index. If you remember, right? It means that what it is do each and every chapter. What is the first chapter? What is the second chapter? How is exactly that related to the small definition? It is to be given in the school book index papers. As if people are aware of the index in the before the first chapter in every book we used to have that, right? The similar way. Okay. So the second one is that like a clustered index. So the same performances, you have two things. Clustered indexes which physically stored in the table. You can physically see that. Okay, that is the index of the first thing. This is the clustered index column. You can physically see that. Okay, so it physically rearrange the data in the table, match the indexes, it rearrange the table, and it works with the table. That is the one thing that you have to do. Okay, the secondary thing is the non-clustered index. Non-clustered index does not alter the physical order of the data. We don't change any physical order. Okay, so it directly works with the original table rows and work with the multiple non-clustered indexes. There is no question on the multiple non-clustered indexes. It directly works with that. And it has a certain qualities around it. One is that this physically changes the column order. For example, I'll tell you something here. That's the reason I'll keep these of things. If the created table sales is there, the sales ID is the fourth column. When you're creating index ID, it automatically becomes the first column. Okay. So first column, you'll give that clustered index sales ID, then automatically it's become the first column because it starts with the index. It starts with your indexes. But non-clustered is not like that. Non-clustered, if you given the agent ID or agent is a non-clustered, it will remain the same place and it works with the non-clustered way. Okay, improves the performance queries for the non-clustered. It's only searching level, not the sorted level. Like if you want to sort something, if you want to go with a huge level of approaches, then non-clustered is the not right approach. If only writing a query or store procedure or view, then non-clustered is absolutely fine. If you're writing a complex queries in the cluster level, it will work the same thing. Like you are adding the primary key, you are adding the foreign key, the same way. Index key is also one thing. That's we call the index to improve the performances of particular things. This is the one definition we can give it on that. Any questions on this, guys?
No.
That's good. So you're good with the indexes, Harika?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. That's good. Right. I need to go with the fourth one. You are okay to go with the fourth one, guys? Any other things that
Cluster means physically we will see inside the table, right? That's it.
yes, cluster means guys, it will rearrange the data physically. For example, you have arranged the data. Like let's assume this is the column one, column two, column three. Okay. If you added the cluster for a manager, it automatically becomes column one. This is become column two, and this is become column three. It rearranges the data, and all the time clustered index first column should be yours. Okay, this thing only first column is the clustered column. Okay, that's how that exactly the works.
Can you run if possible?
Come again. Yeah, we'll build it. We'll build it. So there's different scenarios to build it. I'll build that in the next not next session, next session, like Friday session.
Okay.
This is the context of is completely different when it comes to the securities and all. Okay, so I'll go to the subqueries if that's okay for now, please. Okay, this examples is comes with the store procedures. Directly, I don't think so. It will make sense. Because for the last time, like it will go to the same activity, right? You don't execute directly when you're writing any store procedures or when you're building the new indexes. I can build a new index if you want. I'll write a query and index it. Okay. So, but only the scenario we try, right? Sometimes like what exactly is happening, how exactly is happening. Again, it's reading the name and all, right? That's the reason it is created. Let me create the index. Okay, let me create it. Create index, same syntax size. Create index. Okay, create index. Index name is RR. On which table you want to do it? On table name is sales. You give the column. Okay, so save. Give the column sales ID. That's it. You are going to be doing it. Nothing more. But when it makes sense, when you run this exactly on your execution way, this is completed. If I go to the database, if I go to the training table, let me refresh the training table one more time for you. Okay, so it may go to the programmability. The functions to users. Wait a second. Sequences streams. Where is the sales table? Okay, this is the sales ID, right? We added a sales ID for the cluster indexes. Correct. This is the sales ID you are adding to that particular workload CP. This is the indexes you built. Okay, you can see the hierarchy symbol here. Non-unique, non-clustered. I just added nothing, I did it, only index. Okay, this is the non-unique. You don't need to go for the non-unique, non-clustered. If you have the use of the cluster, then automatically we created something. Okay, if you wanted to create the cluster, let me create the purchase table now. Okay, so unique you can use or clustered you can use, anything you can use up to you. First, let me create the cluster first. Okay. So I can execute it, but you don't get how this works actually. Next time when you prepare and store processor, that particular time you'll understand how it's exactly works. Okay, let me go to the cluster index. Okay, RG. I'm just giving a random name, guys. Nothing makes sense there. Just purchase, and give the column purchase ID. Purchase ID. Okay, so this is the cluster index, guys. Let me run this. The spelling of CLUSTERED. STE. Okay, this is successfully completed. Let me refresh this again. There is no much code to write it, but only the thing to understand it. That's the reason I didn't went to the code to write it. It's how you understand is a benefit of it, right? How exactly this is coming to the picture. Okay, this is the purchase for me. And this is the columns level if you have purchases. So all the columns are there. Let me go to the indexes here. RG is a clustered. Previously, if you if you see this salary one, non-clustered, non this one, right? Let me go in this one. Yeah. So if this is the index column order, I told you, right? When you created something, it will automatically create one structure here in the cluster level. Okay. So this is the purchase ID column that is you created automatically. This is the data type integer, size for identity, allow nonce, yes. So if you want to add one more, you can add it here. If you want to make it unique, you can make the unique. This is the properties you have to be, to do something activities. That's a general level. But this is if you come, how much sequence keys you want to add, how to recover the recomplete the statistics. So these all are things are much higher, but I just wanted to give the context. Like this is the purchase ID. You can see this index column where exactly the index columns are stored and all. Okay, if I wanted to use the unique word as well, let me use the same thing here. Okay, create unique index. Okay, AG per agent on agent table is the agent ID. Okay, so if I use the unique, this is the cluster, right? If I go to the same thing, wait a second. UNIQUE. Okay. Table column 1, which is not there. Duplicate key was found. Oh, agent ID, we have a duplicate key because that you have two Ramanas there, right? If I can explain. So you cannot do that because that data must be unique. Whenever you build any unique key, that data must be unique and unique level prospect only it will work around that. Okay. So when you have a unique, let me go to the sales table, whether you have a unique or not. Let me go to the sales table. If I have a sales table, I can make the sales table 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, give the sales ID. So if they duplicate data, you cannot pick the index on that because it's not work as expected there. It will give you all the time some of the things. Sales ID does not exist in the target table or views. Oh, sorry. Scan the table data. It's saying that there is no existing because we given the ID. So this is successfully created. Let me refresh this again. This is you just need to be practice it, guys. I don't think so. There is a kind of scientific things is there. The practice is a major thing that is required. Okay. Let me go here and let me write the sales here. Let me go to the indexes here. We have two indexes, AG, unique, non-clustered, non-unique, non-clustered. Okay, I specially mentioned that unique. That's the reason it's unique. You didn't mention it's a non-unique. If you must has to mention the cluster, then it's a clustered. If you didn't mention, it's a non-clustered. Okay, and remember one thing. You can't mention two things like unique, clustered, index. No, you don't work like that. Clustered, when you use a cluster, it means that it's a unique. Okay, and it's a basically clustered. Both things included in the clustered. Remember that. Okay. Any questions on this, guys? Harika, Yadu, Madhava. You good, Harika? Madhava, you good? Okay, Madhava, whatever you are not executing, you can share your screen now if you want, or else we can connect tomorrow. Please keep your system ready. You can discuss tomorrow. Which one is good for you?
Yeah, tomorrow is fine. I will practice it.
Okay, done. Okay,
Okay.
so
Like,
this is yeah. Harika was saying something.
no, no, no. Nothing.
Okay, so let me stop the recording. Tomorrow is the sub queries.